is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
They will win it back out to the blue line. Wyatt with a shot tipped is in! McKenna Tronis makes it 3-2 with 1:03 remaining, a 6-on-5 goal. And there's life.
It's time for the State Varsity Hockey Tournament on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, presented by the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. The State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, the Aberdeen Chamber, Wagner Auto, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Weatherall, and the Fieldhouse.
Here comes a puck in front and goes up over the top. And the Sioux Falls Flyers at 13:43 are going to score their first goal in the second period and their first goal of the game.
And by Bauman Lumber, DJ's Senix, Stalkin Peterson LLP, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, First United Methodist Church, and River Bottom Sanitation.
And as Brendler carries it into the offensive zone, goes to a forehand, she scores! Kenzie Brendler beats Mariah Lincoln. And it's 2-1 with 12:31 to go in the third.
And by Hermanson Endodontics, Envirotech, Lake Area Tech, Leisure Palace, May Adam, Pelican Power Sports, and First Dakota National Bank.
62 saves for Rory Quab. Peska on her backhand, plays off the boards to Harris. As she slows it down, throws it in the net, tip, and it's off the net, and it goes in. And it's in! Sioux Falls wins the state championship.
And now to the booth for the call with John Winkler and Jim Lloyd.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you back here to the Mitchell Activity Center as we get set for game number 2 of our day. It is the Sioux Center Storm and the Aberdeen Cougars, the number 5 versus number 8 seed in our second Consolation semifinal, as the Cougars are coming in having played a triple overtime game. John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd. A triple overtime game yesterday, lost 1-0 in triple overtime. Sioux Center on the other side, they were down 6-0 in the first period, and while they end up losing 9-0, you got to feel like, Jim, a little bit of this game feels like Sioux Center might have an advantage right from the start because their legs are going to be fresher. Yes, they had a tough defeat, and they've got to turn back around after playing last night in the last game to the second game today. But Aberdeen's going to have to really dig down to try and get a win over Sioux Center to advance to the Consolation Championship after playing a game and a half.
Well, yeah, both of these teams have their hurdles to overcome, and I think sometimes Sioux Center, it could be more of a mental game than anything. You know, you get beat by 9-0. You wonder if we're going to score. Are we able to score in the state tournament? We're an 8th seed. You know, are we going to be able to compete in the state tournament? And then you look on the other side is the Cougars. Not a very long turnaround. They had a 3 overtime game, a lot of energy spent. Coach played everybody he had on the bench, and for them it's going to be a physical. How are those legs going to feel when you get into that first and second period?
And that's, a team that also did not score. Both teams did not score. They're both looking for their first goal of this state tournament. As you look at the bracket, obviously Rushmore has already moved on. They're the 7th seed that will advance to the Consolation Championship. Probably won't have the teams up there till tomorrow. But Rushmore is in the Consolation Championship. One of these two teams will advance to play them at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the Consolation Championship. But Chloe Vikander made 44 saves on 45 shots. Victoria Pendergrass made 25 saves on 34 shots. These two goalies have to be very sharp again, and for Vikander, after a tough loss last night, and Pendergrass, who gave up 9 goals overall, maybe Haley Schumacher gets the start, but we do know that it's going to be Chloe Vikander. So they both have to turn the page quickly from 2 different losses going into today.
Well, you're right. I mean, they both have to turn the page. This is do or die once again in their season. One of these teams are going to be done, but they have to turn the page, have a short memory. You need to come out like you're in the state tournament and you belong here, and come out and try to get it done and try to live, play one more game. But the nice thing is one of these teams, they're both scoreless in this tourney. One of these teams are going to score a goal.
Absolutely. Well, we have to have a goal being
Yeah,
scored.
one of them are going to have at least one goal.
We'll be back with our starting lineups in the opening puck drop. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
It starts with a little push, a hand to hold, and the courage to step onto the ice for the very first time. But somewhere along the way, you stop needing a hand to hold. You find your edge, you find your grit, and you realize you are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
The puck drops, the crowd roars. South Dakota hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford is proud to support this year's state.
It starts with a little push, a hand to hold, and the courage to step onto the ice for the very first time. But somewhere along the way, you stop needing a hand to hold. You find your edge, you find your grit, and you realize you are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
The puck drops, the crowd roars. South Dakota hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford is proud to support this year's state varsity hockey tournaments and celebrate the dedication, teamwork, and passion of every player on the ice. To all the seniors, congratulations on an incredible season. Whether you're heading off to college or staying close to home, we're here for all of your automotive needs. Stop by Capital City Ford in Pierre. We'll get you on the road to your next adventure. Capital City Ford in Pierre, driven by community, powered by you.
Hockey fans, are you ready for power, speed, and precision on and off the ice? At Pelican Power Sports, we bring that same championship mentality to your ride. Whether it's snowmobiles, ATVs, motorcycles, jet skis, or UTVs, we service and repair them all to keep you in the action year-round. Pelican Power Sports, service and repair with a personal touch.
At Muth Electric, we don't just power projects, we empower people. We invest in training, mentorship, and career development opportunities at every level. Because strong careers build strong communities. Your future is bright with Muth Electric. Muth Electric now hiring.
As we welcome you back, we will send things over to Jai for the introduction of our starting lineups.
The starting lineups here, starting with the Aberdeen Cougars. Number 1, Riley Keller. Number 3, Addison Keller. Number 7, Riley Hepper. Number 9, Katie Dixon. And number 10, Leah Kranzler. Starting in goal, number 70, Chloe Bypander. Cougars are coached by Amy Musterman-Wills and Chris Lamont and Tyler Herman. And for your Sioux Center Storm starting lineup, number 13, Amanda King. Your other meet number 28, Megan West. Forwards number 5, Macy Canada. Another forward number 20, Rhea Barretter. And your third forward number 22, Addison Barbosa. Starting goal number 30, Haley Schumacher. Storm coached by Don Kanegeider and Aubrey Kanegeider. National anthem has been sung, guys. Let's play hockey!
So we are ready to go here from the Mitchell Activity Center as Jim Lloyd will have the call of this contest between Aberdeen and Sioux Center. The number 5 seed Aberdeen, the number 8 seed at Sioux Center Storm. Should be a good one, and the winner will take on the Rushmore Thunder in the Consolation Championship tomorrow afternoon. As referees, there we go, there's that puck, the game puck, the referees, they're ready to go for this contest.
It is that state tournament atmosphere, and we are going to see Haley Schumacher in the goal for the Sioux Center Storm. We have not seen her this tournament as Victoria Pendergrass was there last night. Two teams that have to recollect themselves, and we are underway with the Sioux Center Storm quickly in their offensive zone. They're going to go in 3-on-2, puck in front, a good-looking puck goes up over the top of Chloe Vikander. Chloe Vikander's done all the work for these Aberdeen Cougars this year in the goal, and she's there again today, and another shot goes in. It's a one-hopper. She almost did not handle that. It's a rebound, and we get our first stoppage of play. We're only 30 seconds in as the nets come off its moorings, but Chloe Vikander had that one. It was a tricky puck and got it under control. Face-off controlled here by Sioux Center Storm, trying to turn on a shot, or as it comes out into the neutral zone, this is thrown down deep once again. This is Maggie Wright. Maggie Wright's going to provide a little resistance here. The Cougars trying to get it up and out of that zone and find out into the neutral zone. Over there is Amanda King. It gets tapped all the way back deep in their defensive zone. Now out to the neutral zone as the Aberdeen Cougars, that's Rachel Siefkin trying to tap it along. Saw her dad in the lobby as she gets this puck at the red line. You're going to throw it on just off to the side of Schumacher. Offensive zone here by the Aberdeen Cougars as it is held in over on that far side by Kylie Herman. There's a backhanded shot that goes just a little bit wide. As these two teams both played a tough game last night, and as we said, Aberdeen a triple overtime. Quickly, once again, the Sioux Center Storm are into the offensive zone. That gets taken off their stick. The Aberdeen Cougars looking for the long stretch pass up to Hagley and gets tipped up in the air and pushed back. As players collide in front of that Aberdeen bench, and trying to take advantage of that was Hadley Phillips. As we get into the offensive zone now, this is Kirsten Curiel. As a centering pass gets broke up in traffic, holding the zone is a Sioux Center Storm. Now it gets chipped out and across that red line. This is Curiel, turn it in the right way. It's turned over once again, now back to Curiel. Curiel from her defense position looking up to the red line. It was tipped in the neutral zone. Aberdeen Cougars. That is Keller. She gets it out into the neutral zone. Kranzer's trying to get a stick on it. She can't stay with it. We're playing in that neutral zone. Back and forth. Now we're going to get it going in that offensive zone as that's Addison Keller as she gets taken off the puck and then deep in the offensive zone. And Sioux Center Storm quickly into that neutral zone. Tapping it along, looking for a shot, and she had one. That shot was taken there. I'll find it. Addison Savoda. I was looking for her in the neutral zone and couldn't find her. She got all the way down.
Your starting goalies, Chloe Vikander, 7 wins, 2.73 goals against average, 903 save percentage. And it is Haley Schumacher, as this will bounce in real quick. We'll get back to that starting goalie for Schumacher in a second.
As this one caroms back around. Offensive zone play held in here by the Sioux Center Storm. Caroms back over the other side. Amanda King holds it in, caroms this one around over to the backside, Ryana Brenner. Ryana Brenner back over to King.
Rhea Brenner.
And comes up to the near side and held in momentarily as this one goes all the way back down, and we are going to have an icing call as referees. We're looking at each other, and it was a call. Offensive faceoff coming here for the Sioux Center Storm.
2 wins for Haley Schumacher, 4.83 goals against average, 856 save percentage, as those are your 2 starting goalies between Vikander and Haley Schumacher.
Brooklyn Bile will step in at offensive faceoff as it's won back to the Aberdeen Riley Keller. Out into the neutral zone. Sioux Center Storm creating just a little space and quickly up over on that far side looking for a centering pass and taking off their stick. Aberdeen Cougars looking for the first goal of the tournament for them.
Both teams are looking for their first goal.
As this one goes all the way back down, and that one will go once again for an icing call as the Aberdeen Cougars ice the puck. 12:56 on a Friday afternoon. Game 2 of 4 today. It's South Dakota Girls State Tournament. Happy to have you along as this face-off is won by the Sioux Center Storm, thrown in deep into the near corner, centering pass, nobody there, held in on the far side. And circle back around, this is Brooklyn Bile. She's going to bring it along back to that far corner, gets taken off of her stick. This is Callie Gage. Callie Gage gets it taken off of her stick at the red line. And the defense turns it over in the neutral zone. And this is Gronenweg. Gronenweg trying to get to her forehand. She goes down as she tries to make the corner. That puck is turned over now in back of Chloe Vikander. Into the near corner. Offensive play here for the Sioux Center Storm, and it does dribble out into the neutral zone, thrown back in. Sioux Center Storm going back on defense, and a shot blocked away as the Aberdeen Cougars are working behind their own offensive net in that near corner. That is Ashton Hadrick. And circling back around is Dixon. Dixon going to get rubbed off the puck in that near corner as she loses. One player's down for the Sioux Center Storm. Sioux Center Storm going to get a handle on it out into the neutral zone. Trying to turn that one around for the Aberdeen Cougars was Addison Keller. Now it's going to go all the way across to Keller at the red line. She's going to get it going. She comes in on her backhand, finds her forehand, and it's blocked away off a pad in front of that Sioux Center Storm goalie. Sioux Center Storm, if they hurry, they're going to go in here 1-on-2 on the far side. That is Hadley Phillips. Hadley Phillips takes it all the way to the corner. She's going to stay with it, get a little help from a teammate over there as this puck comes out and goes all the way across into the near corner. Pinching down for the Sioux Center Storm is Amanda King. This puck comes out as Keller goes up through the neutral zone, gets it taken off of her stick. Dixon gets a hold of it, and almost an offsides call there on the Aberdeen Cougars. And going into the far corner are the Cougars once again. That was Hagley. Sioux Center Storm as Hagley on a nice back check in the neutral zone. Gets it going in the right direction for the Aberdeen Cougars, and they're going to retreat back to their defense as it was thrown in by the Storm. Circling back around, this is Urlacher. Trying to push it up the far corner. As the Cougars on a backhand can't get it out of the zone. Holding the zone is the Sioux Center Storm. As this puck's going to go into the Aberdeen bench. Stoppage of play at 10-11. 3 shots on goal for the Sioux Center Storm. Came early in this one. Right away. As now we are going to face off in the zone. So taking that face off is Rhea Brenner.
Rhea Brenner.
Rhea Brenner.
I think it's Rhea Brenner.
Now you tell me you think.
No.
It's Rhea Brenner. She wears number 20 for that Sioux Center Storm as Hagley tries to get it up in through the neutral zone. Intercepted here by Amanda King. Amanda King finding that blue line on the far side, loses off her stick. She's going to carry it down as it does come back out as Kranzler pushes it over to the far board as she's going to race to it and in safely into the offensive zone. She gets surrounded in a hurry in that far corner by the Sioux Center Storm defenders. Working behind that net for the Aberdeen Cougars as now it's cleared out all the way back over to Riley Keller. She gets it up to the neutral zone. Siefken trying to turn it around right in front of her bench as now Keller throws it out to the red line, and Kranzler can't stay with it as this puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Dixon's going to take it in a backhand as she waited for some of her players. Sioux Center Storm clear the puck into the neutral zone one more time. As now moving forward is the Storm. That is Curiel trying to tame this one down. Puck comes over to the near side, a slap shot, not all of it. And Chloe Vikander gets the covered. Stoppage of play on a quick first period. We're already at that 8:38 mark. As these two teams looking for their first goal of the tournament. Somebody's going to get a goal before this one's over. Face off, Brooklyn Bile. Inner offensive zone won by the Aberdeen Cougars. The Aberdeen Cougars have a white jersey that I haven't seen this year. I guess I've always called them with their other jerseys on that we saw yesterday. As it's held in by the Storm. As Jordan Wasman. As we get up, this is Sandvig. She's going to take it on the cross side and leaves it back in a shot. And a puck in front, a rebound. Not much of a rebound. As Schumacher mishandled it for a second on that shot and found it right between her pads.
Schumacher, that was the two saves that she made right there. The first two saves of the game. No shots on goal until then.
Offensive face-off here by the Aberdeen Cougars as they're going to throw this one on net. Schumacher has got her stick flat on the ice and makes one more save. The Aberdeen Cougars, as Siefken rolls in on an offensive face-off. As Siefken chases up to the near side in that near dot, goes back out to Fischbach. Fischbach going to throw it down the boards into that near corner. Where Hagley. There goes. Held in there by Herman. And now out to the neutral zone. Fischbach makes a pass off the boards to herself. She's going to take it just barely in the offensive zone as it comes back out. And pushed back in once again. Aberdeen not spending much time in the offensive zone. It keeps going back and forth as now Siefken's going to throw it in on a backhand. And pushed out once again. And now we're finally going to get an offsides call as that puck went into the bench of the Sioux Center Storm. Offensive face-off to the left-hand side here of Schumacher. Going in for the Aberdeen Cougars is Tipton, and that one makes its way to the glove of Schumacher. We're going to do it again.
Both teams still looking for that first goal of the state tournament.
This is Sioux Center Storm. If they hurry, they're going to go in 3-on-2. Over on the far side, Amanda King on a forehand, looking for a pass, maybe a tip in front, and it comes back out. Held in here by Maggie Wright. Turned over to the defense for the Aberdeen Cougars. This is Lamont. She can't keep it on her stick. Play continues right in front of these both benches. As looking for a long stretch pass all the way across, and they have it. Is a Sioux Center Storm. They're quickly in. This goes back around, and a Score! Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. It was a score. Why?
No, it was not a goal. It was not a
The
goal.
lights went off in the arena.
You thought it was a goal because Chloe Vikander just absolutely robbed. Watch the replay.
I thought it was a goal. I looked down and looked back up, and the lights in the arena were going off. Check this out.
I thought she got it too, then the lights went off, so I thought they had scored. Watch the save. Oh, man. That is the save of the tournament.
Save of the tournament is right.
What a save.
And everybody in the building, I think, thought it went in. As we come back the other way, this is Addison Keller. She's going to go in 1-on-2. A little poke check there as she enters down into the deep in the zone. She goes down and back of that Sioux Center Storm bench. Puck caroms back around. Out into the neutral zone. And this is Riley Keller that taps it in deep. Collecting it over there is Curiel. Aberdeen out into the neutral zone. This is Dixon. She's going to bring it in. Going to leave it for Keller. And a shot goes just a little bit wide. Deep in that offensive zone. And backhand attempt goes up and over the top. Lots of traffic in front as the Aberdeen Cougars carrying this puck all the way back around. It's just barely escapes the zone and goes down the far side. Pushing that one along over on the far side is Bile. She's going to beat everybody to the puck. Looking for a centering pass as she goes down. Nobody there for the Sioux Center Storm. Held in that offensive zone here by the Sioux Center Storm. Play continues down that left corner. Held in here by the Sioux Center Storm. That was Curiel working on that blue line. She loses the puck now, and it goes back down, and we're going to have an icing call as Hagley didn't get the red line, and we're going to go back down. An offensive faceoff coming here for the Storm.
Watch this replay again, all in one motion here. Just the save by Vikander.
And you are robbed of a goal.
We're going to watch that a couple more times when we get to the intermission break.
Did we get who was shooting that shot? I missed who shot the shot.
I don't think nobody wants to take credit for that shot for Sioux Center because that was just a highway robbery.
That is robbery. As a Sioux Center Storm, Maggie Wright gets it into the offensive zone. Play continues high in that offensive zone. Now out to the neutral zone. Rachel Siefken going to take a shot and warded off by Shoemaker. As play continues over on that far corner. Offensive zone here for the Aberdeen Cougars. Down below the red line, centering pass, lots of traffic, and it gets kicked all the way back down. A rolling puck on its edge. Going to go all the way down. We're going to get an icing call. Thought maybe that puck was going to turn as it was on its edge. And Chloe Vikander was watching what way it was going to turn. Nonetheless, we have an offensive faceoff coming here for the Aberdeen Cougars.
And Chloe Vikander continues to show you why she's one of the best goalies in the state. There's a two goalie race for that number one spot in the state for that best goalie, and Vikander has always been one of those top two every year in the state.
This puck is held in by the Aberdeen Cougars, looking for a tip in front as that puck went in by Riley Keller. And we're going to stop at the play here. The left-hand side of Shoemaker. This is Dixon's going to roll in for that face-off. It's one out to the boards as Sioux Center Storm looking for a pass, just missed out into the neutral zone and kicked back in. Held in over there by Dixon as she gets taken off the puck along the boards. And Sioux Center Storm going in. They're going to go in one-on-one. That's Savoda, and she takes a shot and caroms back around. We're going to get a replay on that one. Sticks are loose over on the far side as Aberdeen looks to break it out. Kranzler can't get on her stick. There's a breakout pass up into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone in the far side. This is Addison Keller trying to get a stick on it, can't quite stay with it. That was Kaylee Dixon, and we're back the other way. In the offensive zone here, 1-on-3, 2-on-3 with a little drop pass. There's a shot by Bile. She can't get all of it as it was broken up somewhere as she took a shot. And the Aberdeen Cougars, a Siefken with a long stretch pass. Tried to get it out to Hagley. She couldn't get it on her stick. Karam's back down deep in that Cougar offensive zone as quickly the pass comes out into the neutral zone. And could be 2-on-2 here. Coming in on a backhand and a shot that goes over to Bile, and she couldn't get her handle on it. Chloe Vikander gets the whole net going backwards as quickly the Sioux Center Storm were on a 2-on-2 rush.
Here's that first save by Vikander. Didn't get all of it, but it was able to make that save. And then we'll get to that next one here in a second. That took the net off its moorings.
And this puck goes out to the neutral zone, trying to be thrown in by the Sioux Center Storm over on that far side. And the Sioux Center Storm are in, gets taken off of her stick over on that far side. As this is glove down, and chasing down is Callie Dixon.
That's a triple in baseball, throwing your glove at a ball.
Yeah.
Fishback was trying to block it, but she lost her glove.
Dixon's by herself back there in a tussle behind her own net as it's thrown in deep by the Sioux Center Storm. Bounces back. Chloe Vikander pushes it out to Siefken. Siefken's going to try to chip it high off the glass out into the neutral zone. And coasting over backwards is the Sioux Center Storm in the neutral zone, trying to move that puck forward as it comes back. And getting it over there is Hagley. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. These teams have been up and down as that one gets taken off of Fulton's stick. Aberdeen's going to work in their defensive zones. Defense over to the defense. This is Fishback. She's going to take it up and going to throw it in front. Nobody there. And taking a swat at it was Gage, and she's a shot on. Puck's up front. Nobody there for the Aberdeen Cougars to get a puck in front. Out to the neutral zone and thrown back to the defense of the Cougars. Quickly tapping it along at the red line. Deep into the zone, chasing back there for the Storm is Wasman. Play continues in the offensive zone. Stepping around on the far side for the Cougars is Tipton. Puck goes up front, intercepted, and we're going back up through the neutral zone. Through the neutral zone is Canagator looking for a centering pass. Goes all the way across. We're at that 1 minute mark in this quick first period. It's Sioux Center Storm and Aberdeen Cougars. And this is Canagator. Macy Canagator gets taken down, gets a shot somehow on her backhand. And a stoppage of play as Chloe Vikander has another save. 47 seconds left in this first period. It's a quick first period.
Both teams, 6 shots on goal. Both goalies. I mean, Vikander's had the biggest save of them all, but both goalies have been very good in this first period.
This is Kranzler trying to get it going in the right direction in the neutral zone. She gets it back and goes over to Dixon. She gets taken down as she tries to get it into the offensive zone quickly. Sioux Center Storm up to the neutral zone, trying to dangle around. And this is Canagator as she gets it in deep for just a second. She's going to have to check up on the far side. This is Kranzler. Kranzler for Aberdeen Cougars, and Bile playing Brooklyn Bile playing defense into that far corner. She's going to pitch it in to the near corner. The Aberdeen Cougars trying to set up a little offense here. Swisher loses it off of her stick, and Dixon trying to get a little room in the defensive zone, and that's going to do it. As the time expires in this first period, it's a 0-0 game. 6 shots on goal for both teams. It's a dead heat here in this second game of the girls state tournament. As we're going to go to break.
We'll come back with our first intermission break. After this, you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Quality fuel, quality service. That's the DJ's Cenex promise. Derek and Maggie Dell are proud supporters of local hockey. Swing by for a quick refuel and experience the local friendly service and clean atmosphere that makes a difference. We're more than just a gas station. We're your hometown partner on the road. Get ready, because the best is getting even better. Our brand new state-of-the-art car wash upgrade is coming soon to give your vehicle the VIP treatment it deserves. DJ Cenex, fueled by community, driven by you.
As our Aberdeen teams take the ice at the state hockey tournament, we're cheering them on from home and inviting you to come see where that pride begins. Aberdeen is a community that rallies together on the ice, in our schools, and across our local businesses. From great food and unique shopping to year-round events and family fun, there's always something happening here. So when the tournament wraps up, make plans to visit. Discover what makes Aberdeen worth the trip at aberdeensd.com.
Need cool as heck logoed caps, t-shirts, and snuggly sweatshirts fast? Get them at Cotton & Customs Embroidery and Screen Printing Studio in Volga. Their cool new, faster screen printing technique means no more plasticky, dried-out lettering to peel off after a few washings. No logo? Let Cotton & Customs design and digitize one for you, free. See their colorful embroidered logos really pop. Click cottonandcustoms.com. Let's brand your brand together.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
As we welcome you back, it is a 0-0 tie at the end of the first period. As no score, only 6 shots apiece for both teams for the Sioux Center Storm and the Aberdeen Cougars. John McClure alongside Jim Lloyd. Let's actually show you the full stats right there. There they all are. Vikander 6 saves, Schumacher with 6 saves. That's all we have.
We have nothing to write down on a score sheet. Nothing.
Right. There's no penalties. We could put the penalties up. Actually, we do have the penalties up there. We have the penalties and the goals and everything up there.
Nothing.
Because there's nothing else but saves. But we do want to show the replay.
There was a highlight.
There was a big highlight that we have. And let's show the first angle here of the Chloe Vikander save. And again, the light's even turned on. We'll show you all the angles that we have of it. And what a save from Chloe Vikander. The hands went up thinking that went on the top of the head, and it made everybody think that the goal actually happened. Let's show you the other angle.
Was that Macy Canagator that shot that?
It might have been Macy Canagator.
Yeah, it's either Macy Canagator or Brooklyn Bile.
But that pass across, that was a wide open net, and then Vikander says, I don't think so. Just unbelievable. I kind of even want to see if there's a reaction from Haley Schumacher from that save. I just want to see if Schumacher ends up having a reaction.
Watching the length of the ice.
If she starts to celebrate, or if she thought it was a goal.
For a second, she thought it was.
She thought it was a goal. And then
everybody in the building thought.
We'll show that last replay from our main camera, because that is one that you're going to see on the highlight reel for a long time on that save. I want to slow it down one more time. We're gonna go again here. We're gonna show you.
And this is about the only, you don't call it a stat, but it's about the only real thing that we have to look at, because this is a 0-0 game.
I mean,
no penalties, no anything, but this is a highlight.
Love to be able to speed up a little bit just to get to this point, but we're going as slow as we possibly can, 25%, just to show you how good she tracks that puck and how good
she's outside the post there on that one side.
it was a perfect pass. It was right there, and then she just dives out and just makes that save. Just an incredible save.
It is.
From Chloe Vikander, who there was a lot of people on the ice that thought that was a goal other than Chloe Vikander.
And everybody in the building thought it was in. In fact, the lights went off.
The lights went off.
In the arena, like it does when you score a goal. And everybody thought it was in. And it was one of those things where that shot, when you take that shot, how can it not go in?
Right. Yeah, right. How can that not go in? If I knew exactly the time of when that happened, or if I had the program, what was being shown on the actual screen for YouTube, we can go back and you can see that the Sioux Center. I hit the button for the Sioux Center Storm goal, so the goal
goes
popped
on
up,
and
then I went off real fast because I realized that was not a goal that was scored by Sioux Center. What just an incredible save there from Chloe Vikander and this Sioux Center Storm for the Aberdeen Cougars. 0-0 at the end of the first period. You can't say enough about how good Chloe Vikander has been, but then you also look at Haley Schumacher, who's made a couple of big saves. Again, obviously, we don't want to take anything away from Vikander's save, but Schumacher's been sharp in those 6 shots that she has seen, just like Vikander has made 6 saves in that first period for both those teams.
Both of these teams are up and down a lot. Nobody's setting up any type of offense to speak of, but it's been kind of up and down and some odd, not really odd rushes, a few even man rushes and so forth, and some shots. But yeah, this game is a dead heat, and we talked about it earlier. These two teams have not scored a goal yet, and somebody's going to have to do it before it's all done. They have 2 periods to get on the board, and this is going to be a good 2 periods yet at a 0-0 game.
And both these teams, again, Aberdeen played that triple overtime game. Sioux Center, they lost 9-0, but they were down 6-0 in the first period. And while they would rather have seen a win at the way that Aberdeen played their game with 3 overtimes and then them having run time in the loss, they feel like going in, once you hit the reset button, saying, hey, we've got every opportunity here. We got fresher legs than they do. We've got the advantage going in. Even if we're the number 8 seed, we got the advantage against this Aberdeen team because we have fresher legs, and we're going to use that to our advantage. And Sioux Center early on had the first, I think, 4 shots of the hockey game, and they were the more aggressive team on offense. Aberdeen kind of changed the tide a little bit and was a little bit more aggressive on the offensive side as the period went on, but a really, really good first period between two teams that are playing a lot of defensive hockey. Like you said, one of these teams has to score a goal before the end of the game. And for Aberdeen, the frustration for Aberdeen can't set in. They can't be upset, but they have gone now. I mean, there's 42 seconds left of the third overtime, so pretty much an entire third overtime. They've gone 7 periods in this state tournament without a goal. Yes, there's 7 less minutes in each overtime period, but there can be a lot of. It could be easy to be frustrated in that locker room right now that you don't have a goal yet in this state tournament. But there's still 2 periods left of this game in regulation. There's still a lot of hockey left to go get a goal to make this a 1-0 lead, or at least just get that first goal of the state tournament.
Yeah, both of these teams got to stay positive, and they will. It's a state tournament atmosphere, state tournament game. Both teams recovering from losses yesterday, and we'll keep an eye on those legs for the Aberdeen Cougars. Is it, or when is it going to set in on those tired legs for the Aberdeen Cougars?
Rushmore beat Mitchell 3-1 earlier as Avery Eggers was our player of the game. She had 2 goals, one being the empty netter to make it a 3-1 lead. Aberdeen and Sioux Center, the winner will take on Rushmore tomorrow in the Consolation Championship. Then at 5 o'clock, it's the Hawaii Capitals and the Brookings Rangers in the first semifinal. It's a 5 o'clock start, and then Sioux Falls and Watertown in the second semifinal at 7:30 tonight, as we have all 11 games. This is game number 6 of 11. We're going to be halfway there. But we are pretty much halfway point of this second period. We're halfway to finishing our state tournament up. But we've got 11 games, all 11 games this weekend, all 11 games next weekend for the boys state tournament, which will start at 12 o'clock on Thursday in Sioux Falls next weekend. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Let's take a break. When we come back, it is the second period between the Aberdeen Cougars and the Sioux Center Storm in a scoreless game as you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Jason from Leisure Palace. Spring is closer than you think, and now's the time to plan your backyard upgrade before the rush hits. We have beautiful new patio furniture arriving daily, built for comfort and durability, along with stunning fire tables to keep your space cozy and warm. Also, make this the year you invest in relaxation and wellness with a new spa from Hot Springs, Caldera, or Free Flow Spas. And if you're ready to warm up and feel better right now, our saunas are in stock and ready to go. Proudly serving the entire state of South Dakota, and remember, we guarantee the lowest prices. Leisure Palace, pool, spa, and patio, creating your perfect escape.
Capital City Toyota is proud to sponsor the state varsity hockey tournaments with a special shout out to all the seniors. You've worked hard, now it's your time to shine. Just like a championship team, we bring the funnest car buying experience in South Dakota. Find your perfect new or pre-owned ride today. Good luck to all the teams and seniors from Capital City Toyota.
For over 55 years, Muth Electric has been powering progress across the Midwest. Our team of professionals deliver electrical solutions with innovation and safety at the core. We work with purpose, knowing that each project contributes to something bigger. Muth Electric, a partner in building a brighter future since 1970.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
It starts with a little push, a hand to hold, and the courage to step onto the ice for the very first time. But somewhere along the way, you stop needing a hand to hold. You find your edge, you find your grit, and you realize you are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
As we welcome you back, it is going to be the start of the second period here in just a moment. Both teams will make their way back out of the ice as the referees will put the nets back on the pegs and get ready to go for our second period between the Aberdeen Cougars and the Sioux Center Storm as we are tied 0-0 to start this second period.
Keep your score sheet handy. Right. We're going to write on the score sheet.
Other than
this period,
like I said, when you go look at the period break, and we'll pull up the graphic again, we got everything is up there. Penalties, goals, shots, all of that is up there. And it is a 6 saves for both Chloe Vikander and Haley Schumacher to get this first period and get to the second period underway.
As both teams are going to get ready to come on the ice. Yeah, the nets have been set. This two-man referee crew is motioning them onto the ice. And John, it is that period that we call
period of long ice.
Period of long ice.
Look at the referees.
Just to see if you were listening. As these
referees are having fun.
They are having fun. You can see them over the top of that red line. As this arena has that atmosphere of state tournament hockey in the Mitchell Activity Center. Anywhere in the world you're watching us today, we love having you along.
Hey, by the way, Victoria Pendergrass, she is celebrating her 18th birthday as she is skating by right now in front of that camera, celebrating her 18th birthday today. So happy birthday to Victoria Pendergrass, who played a good game. I mean, that's a tough task yesterday against the Sioux Falls Flyers, and she's still played really well in that game against the Flyers last night.
As the teams take to their bench, and they're going to get their starting 5 out to center ice. It's going to be Brenner, Bile, AC Canagator, Sadvig, Siefkin, and Gage. And the lights are back on at the Mitchell Civic Center, and we are under the way as this puck is tapped into the neutral zone by the Aberdeen Cougars. Aberdeen Cougars going right to left. Shot goes up over the top as a centering pass out front. Can't get her stick on it. Was Hagley, and we're going back the other way, the far side. Sioux Center Stormer in as Canagator was looking to catch a centering pass. Well, that one was a little bit behind her. As it comes out to Canagator now, she holds the line just for a second. We're going back the other way. This is Rachel Siefkin. She's going to go one on the goalie and going to take a shot up and over the top, perhaps over the shoulder or on the shoulder of Schumacher. Good opportunity for the Aberdeen Cougars as Siefkin found herself all alone with Schumacher as this puck goes down to the near corner and pushed out as one shot goes in there by Sadvig, Olivia Sadvig. She gets it off to the side. She's going to look for a centering pass, and they're going to go to the glove of Haley Schumacher. See if we can get a replay of this breakaway. This is Siefkin pushing it along, taking the shot, and it did go off the shoulder of Schumacher.
Good save there by Haley Schumacher, who's made 7 saves on those 7 shots right now against Aberdeen.
Aberdeen with the offensive face-off, one deep into their zone, back behind Schumacher, centering pass, and scores! As the Aberdeen Cougars find the first one, and that is going to be Leah Kranzler. She scored 5 regular season goals in this second period. You can see it right here. We'll talk about that replay. There's Kranzler in front. You can see her. There she is. Just over the glove.
Great pass came from Addison Keller, Kaylee Dixon, the two of them get the assist, and a big 1-0 lead. There's the first goal of the state tournament for the Aberdeen Cougars.
And quickly we get a cover on the other end by Chloe Vikander. And we had an assist on that. Who was the assist on?
Addison Keller and Kaylee Dixon.
All right, so Keller and Dixon are going to get the assist. And the Aberdeen Cougars are on the board for the first time in the tournament. It's 1-0. As they're quickly up through the neutral zone, pushing it along on that far side. Over in the corner is Addison Keller. She's going to circle the wagons, looking for a pass, went all the way across the paint. That pass was made by Dixon. As another centering pass is intercepted here by the Sioux Center Storm. Quickly up is Bile. Bile on her forehand, going to take a shot up and over the top of Chloe Vikander over Marilyn Gronenwig. She goes down on the far side for the Sioux Center Storm, held in. Now handed back and out into the neutral zone where King is going to throw it back in to the defense. And a pass trying to get up to Dixon. Bile got a piece of it. She's going to stay with it in her offensive zone. Going to take it all the way down below that red line. Looking for a centering pass on a backhand. It was there. And off to the side. Couldn't get much on it. Was Gronenweg as she was parked in front. And the Aberdeen Cougars are up into the neutral zone. Tapping that one back down. As the Storm turns it out into the neutral zone. Going back is Addison Keller. They're looking for a long stretch pass. It's not going to go far enough for an icing as Amanda King is going to get it below her red line, deep in her defensive zone. Hands it off to Dixon. Dixon's going to get it going off the boards. Held in by the Aberdeen Cougars. Held in by the Aberdeen Cougars. Pushed over by Sandvig. There was nobody there on a backhanded centering pass. Sioux Center Storm now go in 2-on-2 safely into the offensive zone over on the far side. That is Fulton. She gets it taken off as she gets a little push in the back on that far side, and Aberdeen comes out of it with a pass up to Keller. Keller's going to get it going up through the neutral zone. This is Addison Keller. She goes down hard as some people in the building wanted a call as both players go down as she entered the offensive zone. Held in here. And back to the defense. Over to Swisher at the red line. Up to the blue line. Siefkin's going to throw it in deep. On the chase is Addison Keller. Play continues in that far corner. Addison Keller and Dixon. Dixon looking for center of the puck as it gets pushed around right in front and out to the neutral zone. Over on the far side, this is Savota. She's going to take it in on her forehand, looking for a centering pass. Nobody there for the Sioux Center Storm. Some new legs coming for the Storm as it gets cleared out by the Aberdeen Cougars. It may not go far enough for an icing and does not. This is Jalen Visser as she works behind her own goalie. The Aberdeen Cougars looking for get that puck out front. Just a little farther, loose puck at everybody's skates, and it gets pushed out to the far corner. Savota looking for centering pass. She's got it to Canagator. Canagator's going to go in 1-on-3 on a backhand. Gets pushed all the way down to the far corner. Centering pass out to the blue line into the neutral zone. And coming off the bench was the Sioux Center Storm. And knocked around in the neutral zone. And now put in deep. And almost got to the Schumacher as a teammate helped her out. And cleared that puck right in front of her. As it gets cleared back out to the neutral zone, up to the blue line. This is Callie Gage moving it in. Off the back side of the cage of Schumacher. Out to the neutral zone. This is Erlacher. Defense to defense in the neutral zone. Trying to get it to Sandvig. She pushes it along on that far side. There's Hagley. Hagley gets pinned along the boards. Puck comes loose, far side. Out to the neutral zone. Or Gronenwig. Gronenwig, as she entered the offensive zone, gets it taken off of her stick. As Curiel also gets it taken off her stick. Siefkin is offsides, and she has to go back, and now we are going to get the offsides call. Siefkin retreated back. As we get a whistle, 11-18. Striking first were the Aberdeen Cougars. It was Kranzler from Keller and Dixon at 15:47. Making it a 1-0 game. We had nothing to report after the first period. And now we can report one goal for the Aberdeen Cougars as it gets pushed along into the offensive zone. Siefkin on the chase. Held in here by the Cougars in front of their own bench. Siefkin trying to peel it off the boards as she tries to step around deep in her offensive zone. She's surrounded by defenders. Curiel in the corner. Puck goes all the way back around. Offensive play here by the Cougars. Cougars going to take a shot in. Broken up in traffic. Comes out to that blue line, intercepted, and we're going back the other way for the Sioux Center Storm. That is Jalen Visser. She gets it taken off of her stick and turned out. And back to the defense for the Cougars. Play continues right in front of that Sioux Center bench. As the defense going to pick it up for the Sioux Center Storm. Up to that red line. It's going to go all the way back around. Goes all the way down. Touched along. And thrown back in off the skate of Kranzler. And the defense in the neutral zone for the Sioux Center Storm. As they retreat, get a little room, try to get it up. As Kranzler almost had it locked in the zone. And it's going to be pushed down. Sioux Center Storm's going to get new legs. As the Aberdeen Cougars get their defense deep in their zone, they're going to skate it out to the neutral zone. Chasing it over on the far side is Kaylee Dixon. And pass in the center. They were looking for Keller. She can't keep it on her stick out to the neutral zone. Lamont throws it all the way up to Dixon as she's going to get rubbed off the puck on that far side. As King throws it out into the neutral zone. A little up and down here for both of these teams. As a lot of neutral zone play continues. As now it gets thrown back in. That was Erlacher for the Sioux Center Storm. That puck sits on the line on that far side. Out to the neutral zone. Neither team can get it going in the right direction. Sioux Center Storm's going to come in 1-on-2, going to take a shot to the glove of Chloe Vikander. A lot of up and down in the neutral zone for the last 3 to 4 minutes. We're already at 9 minutes in this second period. It's a 1-0 game. Aberdeen Cougars. Offensive face-off coming here for the Sioux Center Storm. Back out to the defense, thrown back down. This is Hagley going to chase and put it back out to the defense on the far side. As Macy Canigator can't get a handle on it. Down below that red line. Trying to push it to the center. Out to the neutral zone for the Sioux Center Storm. And Aberdeen is in. Sadvig back to the blue line. Blue line to blue line here. The Fishbach takes a shot. That's broken up somewhere in traffic. A loose puck goes across the blue paint right in front of Schumacher. And puck makes it to the far corner where it comes out to the defense now. That shot goes all the way across. That was Riley Keller taking that shot. And the neutral zone coming back the other way. This is Brenner. Brenner looking for a backhand pass. And a lot of traffic in front as the Aberdeen Cougars push it up on a backhand on their defensive zone to the neutral zone. Aberdeen Cougars going to go in 1-on-3, going to take a shot, and it bounces off the glove of Schumacher and carries back around. New legs here for the Aberdeen Cougars. This is Kranzler. She's got one already, and she bounced it off the shoulder of Schumacher. And a nice stop there by Schumacher as Kranzler was looking for her second goal of this game. Sioux Center Storm going to try to work it up. A long stretch pass over the far side. Fishback's going to pick it up from her defensive position and throw it back the other way. Sioux Center Storm trying to collect it now in the defensive zone. Looking for a pass up to the blue line as Amanda King finally gets into the offensive zone. The Aberdeen Cougars going to throw it down, and that one is going to be an icing call. Stoppage of play at 7:12. 10 shots on goal for the Aberdeen Cougars and 8 for the Sioux Center Storm.
There's that Kranzler chance on the replay that after it came off the boards, had an opportunity to Leah Kranzler and a great save.
Just got enough of it.
By Schumacher.
It's held in on the far side here by the Sioux Center Storm. Puck comes back over to the near corner. Pushing this one around. A centering pass and a one-timer missed on the far side by Brooklyn Bile. As this puck is loose over on the far side. 4 players pushing around in that offensive zone as it's cleared out into the neutral zone. Picked up here by Curiel. She's going to take it down on her forehand all the way down below that red line. She's going to circle the wagons looking for a centering pass. And Vikander covers it. Centering pass. Everybody was tied up in front of the net for the Sioux Center Storm. And Aberdeen are going to bring in new legs. Offensive faceoff coming here for the Sioux Center Storm. Rolling in is Avery Fulton. It is won by the Aberdeen Cougars. As Sandvig up on the wing, going to push it up front. This is Siefken. Siefken all the way across. Pass misses down on the far side. She was looking for Hagley. Play continues in the offensive zone here for the Aberdeen Cougars. Sadvig able to hold it in deep as Siefken chases it around and back of that Sioux Center goalie. Looking for a centering pass. Going to come back out the cage, and she can't handle it at the blue line. And chasing back is Riley Keller. Back up to the neutral zone. This is Siefken. Siefken and Sadvig are going to go in. Siefken takes a shot, misses everything, gets a rebound off the board, takes another shot as Rachel Siefken stays with it as she goes down in back of the net. And the Sioux Center Storm have an opportunity to go 2-on-2 here. And it's going to be 1-on-2 as one takes a break, and Chloe Vikander corrals that bouncing puck. Stoppage of play.
No penalties yet in this hockey game, and the Aberdeen fans are wanting a penalty call, but these referees will let them play. And I would say, that couple of possibility of maybe getting a penalty, but overall, I think the referees have been very consistent in this hockey game, not calling the ticky-tack penalties that maybe could be, but they've let them play here.
We are underway at 5:22 in this second period. Offensive play here for the Sioux Center Storm. And looking for a wraparound attempt. It hit the side of the rack, and King tries to hold it in. She's going to step around and pass over to that far side, looking for a centering pass, maybe back to King. She wasn't ready for it. And it gets thrown down deep. There's another centering pass from the dot, a shot. Maybe a save by Vikander. Puck goes all the way up and through and is going to escape the zone. As Amanda King is going to circle around. Gets it taken off her stick out to the neutral zone and thrown back in. As Brooklyn Bile comes off the bench, and she's going to get it going in the right direction for the Sioux Center Storm. Going to make a pass to herself off the board. She's going to find herself on that far dot, going to take a shot. Broken up by the Aberdeen Cougars. The Aberdeen Cougars now going to look up, broken up just for a second. This is Bile once again. She's going to get another shot at it, trying to maybe take it down to Canagator. There's a lot of traffic in front, and it's going to be cleared up just outside the blue line for the Aberdeen Cougars, now thrown back in by the Sioux Center Storm. This one's going to be held in by the Sioux Center Storm. There goes a shot, and that was a Gronenweg shot right into the glove of Chloe Vikander. Didn't get much on it, as Gronenweg had to throw it down to her stick. 4:08 in this second period is the goal difference. That's it. 10 shots on goal for each team. Still evenly matched. The difference was a Kranzler goal at 15:47 for the Aberdeen Cougars, as this one is held in by Curiel for the Sioux Center Storm, looking for a pass back to Curiel as she came in from her defensive position. She couldn't get all of it as she was point blank with Chloe Vikander out to the neutral zone. Going back into the offense is Hagley. Hagley going to chase all the way down to the corner and keeping it alive. Out on the blue line is the Aberdeen Cougars. On the far side, this is Gronenweg. Gronenweg goes down as she's now going to get it at the blue line. We're going to have an offsides call by the Sioux Center Storm. Gronenweg was down on her knees, couldn't keep that puck alive. Neutral zone face-off right in front of that fan base over there for the Sioux Center Storm. One over by the Cougars. Up into the neutral zone. That's Savig on a backhanded pass. Over to the other far side. Hagley trying to keep it alive as she's going to kick it along and back. Well, the Sioux Center Storm, and a centering pass up front. Puck is loose. Cleared out by the Sioux Center Storm. A good opportunity there by the Cougars as they're going to throw down in deep. And the defensive zone here for the Sioux Center Storm has got to work it up into the neutral zone. A little tick and tack here in the neutral zone. This is King looking for a centering pass right on that red line. Broken up by the Cougars. This is Kranzler. Kranzler's going to go in. 1-on-2, takes a bullet up and over the top of everything. Puck comes back around. Dixon fighting for it to keep it alive in that offensive zone. Comes back out to Hagley. She taps it along down to Dixon. A lot of congestion right in front of that Aberdeen bench as players are fighting for the puck. Now it comes loose on the far side. Held in by the Aberdeen Cougars. Now out to the neutral zone and pushed back in the neutral zone, getting the red line. Is the Sioux Center Storm. Can't keep it going in the right direction. Is the Storm as it comes out to the neutral zone. As this is kicked along and pushed around as it comes all the way back down. As the Sioux Center Storm trying to throw it out of their defensive zone and can't get it. That's Ashton Hedrick. And a shot goes towards the goal of Schumacher. Stoppage of play, 1:49 left in this second period. Second game of the day. We have two more left.
State semifinals are coming up starting at 5 o'clock.
One of these teams will end their season today as Sioux Center Storm Pushes it along that far side. A centering pass there. That pass was made on a little slap shot by Callie Gage. Out to the neutral zone for the Sioux Center Storm on that far side. This is Savoda. Savoda going to come in a hurry. Centering pass. Can't get it to a teammate in front as it's just a little bit off. As it comes back out, and Groneweg is going to race everybody to that far corner as the Aberdeen Cougars try to keep it deep in their offensive zone. And circling back around is a Sioux Center Storm. Looking up and all the way across, they get a pass up in the neutral zone. Sioux Center Storm is in 3-on-2. Dumping it down deep, chasing this one back around. That is Canagator. And she's going to hold it. We are at that 1 minute mark. Sioux Center Storm, this Curiel holding it in and all the way back down. Vikander got a touch on it. She leaves it go for a teammate. Aberdeen Cougars pushing it up. Intercepted on that far side. Sioux Center Storm maintaining their offensive zone on that far side. Out to Brooklyn Bile. Out to the blue line. Stays in the zone, Curiel. Throws it down deep. Aberdeen Cougars, we're at 28 seconds. And it's going to go all the way back down. And Schumacher's going to touch it. Kind of a weird puck that hit her stick there. Kind of bounced over her stick. Nonetheless, it was outside the cage. And thrown up to the neutral zone. This is Siefkin trying to keep it alive in front of her own bench. And Sadvig's going to take a shot from the blue line. She didn't have much time to get it off. We're at that 5-second mark. Sioux Center Storm up to the neutral zone. Are they going to get there? Not in time. As that time expires in the second period, we got to right on the sheet. It was Leah Kranzler at 15:47 got the first goal of the game and the first goal of the Aberdeen Cougars tournament here from Keller and Dixon, and no penalties in that second period. No penalties in the game. Just one goal by Leah Kranzler in that first period. It's 1-0. We're going to step aside and we will be back for that first intermission.
Here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Oh, shut the water off! Shut the water off! Oh, don't give me that look. I know you said to call Allied Plumbing and Heating. I read the instructions and I watched a couple of videos. I thought that I had this. Let me watch a couple more videos and I'll take care of it. Just go to your sister's. I'll have it fixed. Hello, Allied Plumbing and Heating. I need your help.
You can rely on your allies at Allied Plumbing and Heating. 605-494-2001. Whether you're a pro contractor or a weekend warrior, your project deserves more than just a big box store. It deserves a local touch. At Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre, we've been helping build South Dakota since 1996. From foundation to finish work, we carry everything. Lumber, trusses, custom cabinets, and windows. With over 150 combined years of experience, our team doesn't just sell materials, we provide the expertise to get the job done right. Stop by Bauman Lumber on Sail Barn Road or visit us at baumanlumber.com. Bauman Lumber, your local partners in building a better home.
Hi, it's Jason from Leisure Palace. Spring is closer than you think, and now's the time to plan your backyard upgrade before the rush hits. We have beautiful new patio furniture arriving daily, built for comfort and durability, along with stunning fire tables to keep your space cozy and warm. Also, make this the year you invest in relaxation and wellness with a new spa from Hot Springs, Caldera, or Free Flow Spas. And if you're ready to warm up and feel better right now, our saunas are in stock and ready to go. Proudly serving the entire state of South Dakota, and remember, we guarantee the lowest prices. Leisure Palace, pool, spa, and patio, creating your perfect escape.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pier First and Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First and Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
As we welcome you back, it is the end of the second period, and the Aberdeen Cougars have a 1-0 lead over the Sioux Center Storm. There's your goal. Lee Kranzler, we'll look at the replay here in just a second, but a 1-0 lead with Chloe Vikander making all 11 saves in net. Haley Schumacher with the 12 saves on 13 shots so far. And the 5-seed Aberdeen finally got their first goal of the state tournament. And the Sioux Center still looking for their first goal of the state tournament. But they need it in the third period. They have to have it in the third period to at least force overtime at this point. But a 1-0 lead for the Sioux Center Storm. Let's go back and look at that goal that was scored by Leah Kranzler. As you watch where she is standing, and as she moves into your picture right there behind or in front of the net, right in the slot, Sioux Center didn't pick her up in the one-timer to score that goal to make it a 1-0 game. We'll get you another look at that angle. And you can see Kranzler just sneak right into the slot. No one there picked her up from Sioux Center. And she just stood there waiting for that pass and was able to beat glove side for Haley Schumacher to take a 1-0 lead for this Aberdeen Cougars team through the end of the second period.
And she didn't get all of it, but she certainly got enough to score that only goal of the tournament so far for the Aberdeen Cougars. And it's hard to believe you have an Aberdeen Cougars team, John, that we have seen so many times in these tournaments, and it takes the second period of the second game for them to score a goal. That's odd.
After playing 6 periods of hockey yesterday.
That's odd.
Doesn't happen often, but when you have one of the best goalies in the state, Chloe Vikander, you find a way to stay in, and you have a lead. Scoring one goal so far, you lost in triple overtime, and you have a lead in the second game. Not many teams can say that when they score just one goal in 2 games, and you still have a shot to win both of them. They obviously did not get the win last night, but have the lead here this afternoon.
Well, that's all that matters in this game, as the winner's going to go to the Consolation Championship, and the other one is done. So at this point in the season, in this point in the tournament, it's about winning and losing. There is nothing else right now.
It is 13 shots for Aberdeen, 11 for Sioux Center. No penalties between these two teams to this point. So no power plays, no penalty kills. It has been 5-on-5 the entire time. And one regulation period left to go for the Sioux Center Storm to try and get their first goal of the state tournament, get things tied, and potentially try and get a win against this Aberdeen team. Rushmore got the upset win earlier, 3-1 over Mitchell, 7th seed over the 6th seed, and Sioux Center's trying to be that second upset win. The Capitals and Watertown would love to be upset wins as well over their higher seeds in the state semifinals, but right now, Rushmore holds the only upset, and Sioux Center got 1 period left to go to try and get at least tie it up, but try and get that upset win.
It should be a good one, as both of these teams about as evenly matched as you can find two teams, as we had not a lot to talk about at the end of the first period. We can only talk about one goal now.
That's right. Leah Kranzler from Addison Keller and Kaylee Dixon, the only goal so far, and it is a 1-0 lead for the Aberdeen Cougars over the Sioux Center Storm. Let's take another break. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
It starts with a little push, a hand to hold, and the courage to step onto the ice for the very first time. But somewhere along the way, you stop needing a hand to hold. You find your edge, you find your grit, and you realize you are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big-screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 Eastgate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
The puck drops, the crowd roars. South Dakota hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford is proud to support this year's state varsity hockey tournaments and celebrate the dedication, teamwork, and passion of every player on the ice. To all the seniors, congratulations on an incredible season. Whether you're heading off to college or staying close to home, we're here for all of your automotive needs. Stop by Capital City Ford in Pierre. We'll get you on the road to your next adventure. Capital City Ford in Pierre, driven by community, powered by you.
Need cool as heck logoed caps, t-shirts, and snuggly sweatshirts fast? Get them at Cotton & Customs Embroidery and Screen Printing Studio in Volga. Their cool new, faster screen printing technique means no more plasticky, dried-out lettering to peel off after a few washings. No logo? Let Cotton & Customs design and digitize one for you, free. See their colorful embroidered logos really pop. Click cottonandcustoms.com. Let's brand your brand together.
We welcome you back as we continue here in the second intermission report as the Aberdeen Cougars have a 1-0 lead here in Game 2 of our of 4 today in the Consolation semifinal. As Leah Kranzler has the lone goal, as Chloe Vikander has 11 saves in net, Haley Schumacher with 12 saves on 13 shots. And it is, again, this is Game 2. The winner will take on the Rushmore Thunder in the Consolation Championship tomorrow as we look at our bracket that is up. Rushmore has moved on. Sioux Center and Aberdeen will move in that spot to their left to try and win that Consolation Championship. And then it will be 2 more games today. The White Capitals and Brookings Rangers. Number 3 Capitals, number 2 Rangers at 5 o'clock with Sioux Falls and Watertown, the 1-4 matchup for the other state semifinal to try and reach the state championship. That'll be coming up at 7:30 tonight. And Jim, you see, obviously, we've got one team set for Saturday. We'll have one game fully set for Saturday after this game is done. We are past the halfway point of our state tournament already.
It's hard to believe, John. And, you know, you and I, we're kind of the hometown guys, the Capitals and the Lakers. We're going to work on that right side of the bracket here, starting out after this one.
It's been a while since both teams have been on the right side
That's
of the
what I was
bracket.
thinking. It's been just a little while, and we get to be just a little bit of hometown announcers once in a while, but it's good to see the Caps and the Lakers on the right side of the bracket this year.
And there's I guess there's kind of a 50-50 shot that they're going to be in the same game. They've either got the third place game or the championship game that they'll play against each other.
There's nothing easy right now. You get over to that side of the bracket. You have to beat the best to be the best.
That's right.
And that's where both of those two teams are at. And it'll be interesting. It's going to be a good afternoon here at the Mitchell Activity Center.
There we go.
John and I laughed earlier. Sometimes we forget where we are. You do so many games and you forget what piece of ice you're looking over. But we are at the Mitchell Activity Center and we're doing the state tournament.
All 11 games.
All 11 games. And then next week we get to go to another arena.
We'll be in Sioux Falls.
For the boys tournament.
And we'll have all 11 games again on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City
Try
Rock
to
Sports.
keep up the best you can.
That's right. We've got one more break. We got the third period on the way next. It is Aberdeen and Sioux Center, 1-0 for the Cougars heading to the third. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Fuel, quality service. That's the DJ's Cenex promise. Derek and Maggie Dell are proud supporters of local hockey. Swing by for a quick refuel and experience the local friendly service and clean atmosphere that makes a difference. We're more than just a gas station. We're your hometown partner on the road. Get ready, because the best is getting even better. Our brand new state-of-the-art car wash upgrade is coming soon to give your vehicle the VIP treatment it deserves. DJ Cenex, fueled by community, driven by you.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
As our Aberdeen teams take the ice at the state hockey tournament, we're cheering them on from home and inviting you to come see where that pride begins. Aberdeen is a community that rallies together on the ice, in our schools, and across our local businesses. From great food and unique shopping to year-round events and family fun, there's always something happening here. So when the tournament wraps up, make plans to visit. Discover what makes Aberdeen worth the trip at AberdeenSD.com.
Hockey fans, are you ready for power, speed, and precision on and off the ice? At Pelican Power Sports, we bring that same championship mentality to your ride. Whether it's snowmobiles, ATVs, motorcycles, jet skis, or UTVs, we service and repair them all to keep you in the action year-round. Pelican Power Sports, service and repair with a personal touch.
As we welcome you back just in time for the start of the third period, John Winkler and Jim Lloyd, as Jim Lloyd's got the call of our third period.
We are ready for the puck drop here in this third period. Some pushing and shoving. That was Dixon and Brenner. Maybe just a little love tap there, and this puck is down as it is 1-2 the Sioux Center Storm. Going into that offensive zone was Sabota. She's going to curve that one all the way back around, chipped out of the zone for the Storm. Storm going to regroup in their defensive zone. Look out. Kranzler almost had it as that little slow pass was going across that defensive zone. And quickly in is Addison Keller. Addison Keller going to take a shot out, wrister up and over the top, missed everything. And a centering pass goes back over offensive zone here is Addison Keller for the Aberdeen Cougars. A fight right behind the net. Not really a fight, just pushing and shoveling. They go, you got to be careful when you're doing hockey and you say it's a fight. Everybody thinks it's a fight.
Wouldn't go well for those. That would be our first penalties of the game.
This is Brooklyn Bile going to take it out with speed on her forehand. Going to pirouette around. Offensive zone now for the Sioux Center Storm. Hand it off, and this puck goes out to Kranzler. She's our only goal scorer. She's going to take the red line and going to get new legs here for the Aberdeen Cougars. Sioux Center Storm looking all the way up and got it up into the neutral zone. Getting the legs going over on that far side. Centering pass, looking for Bile. She couldn't get it as it was intercepted. Sandvig can't handle it in the neutral zone. Siefkin pushes it along, gets into the offensive zone, and puck stuck up against the board as Hadley comes out of it, takes a shot, goes wide of Schumacher. Over on the far side, trying to get a defensive move there was a Sioux Center Storm as they're going to chip it along in that far board as the Aberdeen Cougars are going to try to play a little defense, maybe looking to have a give and go there, and missed it out in the corner. This is Herman going to take a shot from her defensive spot, and there's another shot in by Siefkin as she found a rebound. The initial shot went in by Herman from her defensive position, and a rebound was had. And this is Schumacher just waiting. You can see the rebound's going to come off right there. Siefken going to come in, and a save made. We are back underway. Offensive play here for the Aberdeen Cougars. Down deep in that offensive zone, it was Hagley going to push it around, and we're back and out of the zone is a Sioux Center Storm. This is Bile. She's going to take it in, gets a good shot. A backhand goes up and over the top. She's got good speed. As this 2 times in a row, she's tried to make that corner and did it. As Hagley's going to chase down, she's not going to get there before as Sioux Center Storm trying to turn it around. This is Urlacher. Urlacher on a backhand, trying to get it up to Keller. Players go down on that red line, slapping along. Keller gets just enough of it to get it going in the right direction. As the Sioux Center Storm going to pick it up in front of their bench. Dixon tries to get it out along the red line. She can't get it out. As this is Keller. Addison Keller. And it's going to go back down. We're going to have an icing call by the Sioux Center Storm. Offensive faceoff coming here for the Aberdeen Cougars. We're just barely underway. Just a couple minutes in this third period. It's do or die for these teams. As one team is going to end their season, and the other one's going to go play the Consolation Championship at 1 o'clock tomorrow against Rushmore Thunder. As this puck goes in front off the faceoff, a quick one to Schumacher. As it goes back the other way. Aberdeen Cougars kicking it along in the neutral zone. Play continues right in front of that scores table. Addison Keller throws it in deep in the offensive zone. As Dixon going to chase that puck into that far corner. Sioux Center Storm players down. And now they're back out as this puck goes into the near corner looking for a centering pass. This is Herman. She's going to keep it in long enough. There's a shot goes wide. In front, that was taken by Sadvig. As this puck is in the near corner. It's that corner that we have the hardest time to see. You can see some movement down there. This is Herman. She's going to take a shot looking for a tip in front and a loose puck in front. Nobody there for the Cougars. Keller's going to shoot it in again and just can't get enough. Is Siefken, a couple little redirects in front. And it goes all the way back down again. Aberdeen Cougars with some good traffic in front and some sticks trying to get just that tip. And just can't quite get enough as Siefken takes a shot off the shoulder of Schumacher. A quick shot taken. This goes back out to Siefken. She's going to push it down deep to Sadvig. Over to Siefken along that far wall. She gets pinned on that half wall over on the far side. There goes a shot. And to the stick of Schumacher. She tried to cover it. Couldn't keep up with it. Looking for a backhand pass in front. Everybody's tied up for the Cougars, and it's going to get shaken back out to the neutral zone as Herman. And we got a shot in the goal by the Aberdeen Cougars. That was Siefken as she picked up a loose puck and found the back of the net. At 12:22, Rachel Siefken is on the board.
We watched the replay. A quick pass up, and on the change that Sioux Center was making, Siefken was there to take the shot and get the goal scored to make it a 2-0 game.
As Rachel Siefken.
Here's that look again from behind the net. Walking straight in and just going right over the glove and right around the shoulder. As we're going to get our first penalty, I believe, coming up against Sioux Center as well.
Right off the face-off. And we're going to get the first penalty here. And that is going to be Cannigator.
Macy Cannigator
trip
with 12:16 to go in this third period.
So it's a Pelican Power Sports power play for the Cougars after a Siefken goal. And the Cougars are trying to get a little separation here between these two teams, and this puck goes all the way back down. And Kranzer's going to keep it in the zone, and she's going to take a shot. That's going to be wide. Stavnik maybe got a piece of it, and she did. Kranzer took a shot. And Sandvig was down there. Olivia Sandvig, I didn't think she got a piece of it at first. We'll watch the replay on that if we got it.
Kaylee Dixon that will get the goal. As we'll look at this, watch this replay. That will make it a 3-0 game as it was tapped in front. And a timeout will be taken by Sioux Center. That's Kaylee Dixon. That will
it
get
was
the goal
Dixon.
scored.
I thought Sandvig was on the backside. I thought maybe she touched it. And nonetheless, it's a 3-0. 3-0 game here.
As Leah Kranzler got the assist because she shot that one. It was tipped right there. It was.
Yes.
And Kaylee Dixon was on the spot.
Sandvig maybe did get a piece of it to get it up over the Dixon.
So it is Kaylee Dixon, the power play. Pelican Power Sports power play turns to perfection for the Aberdeen Cougars with 11:58 to go here in the third period.
And we have a timeout by the Sioux Center Storm trying to slow this thing down. And the momentum went to the Aberdeen Cougars. 2 in a row. It happened at 12:20 in this third period and happened at 11:58, just seconds apart. It was a power play goal.
Here's that look again from the goal scored by Kaylee Dixon. And that rebound just right there in the right spot. To be picked up by Kaylee Dixon to put in the back of the nets, and it's a 3-0 lead for Aberdeen. All of a sudden, it went from a 1-0 game to a 3-goal lead for the Cougars, and that a great timeout used by Coach Cannigator trying to settle everybody down. There's still 11:45 to go in this third period.
Lots of time left in this third period as Aberdeen Cougars, this is Kranzler holding it in the offensive zone. There's Dixon going to take a shot off the pad of Shoemaker. Up and out of the zone, but intercepted momentarily as the Sioux Center Storm going to work in their defensive zone, going to try to push it all the way up. It was the Curiel, went just a little bit far, picked up here by Aberdeen Cougars. This is Addison Keller trying to turn it around, get that defensive zone opened up behind their own goalie, going to try to pitch it out. This is Gage. Gage going to tap it along, try to get it off the skates of Maggie Wright. As Siefken now finds it up into the defensive zone. This one's tapped down as Siefken's going to go to the bench as Aberdeen's going to come out with new legs. This is held in by Tipton as she's going to throw it just wide of the goal as she reported to the ice. This is Sioux Center Storm. Going to start weaving around, and this is Amanda King going to take a shot, and broken up on that shot was Tipton. Got just enough of it, so King couldn't get anything out of it. This puck is tied up. Now it comes back out in front. Good defense there by the Aberdeen Cougars, however, held in by the Sioux Center Storm far side. Sioux Center Storm, they will have to chase back now in their defensive zone. That was Savota, tipping it over to the near side. Tipton trying to get it going in the right direction as it comes out on that red line. Tick and tack here. Siefken settles it down for the Aberdeen Cougars. Up to the red line are the Cougars. And pushing it down now into the offensive zone for the Aberdeen Cougars was Hagley. Stepping around is Siefken. She had the last one, and that one off the crossbar. Up and into the netting as Siefken has good momentum going towards the net. And we had a stoppage of play.
6-0 in shots in this third period for Aberdeen. They've controlled this third period for the first near 8 minutes of this period.
We kind of had what we called maybe a ho-hum game in the first period, second period, and it's far from that right now. Aberdeen putting the pressure on. Siefken goes down. She covers the puck for a second with her hand, and now it's loose. She's back up. Now she's got control. Back out the Gage. And a shot goes wide of the net from the defensive position. That was Addison Gage that shot that. Siefken's going to take it back to Addison Gage one more time. This goes back up to Hagley. Hagley trying to push it along. She loses it quickly. Bile tries to get it going in the offensive zone for the Sioux Center Storm. Goes all the way back down where Siefken works behind that net. She goes down behind her own goalie. There was a shot just on the post as Wykander was on that post the whole time. Hagley gets it taken off her stick. That's Bile. Going to take a shot all the way back around. Karen All the way back down, Gronenweg. Can't keep it on her stick because this one's going to be cleared out. And all the way down, we're not going to have an icing call as it was touched somewhere within the neutral zone. And the Sioux Center Storm up to the far side as it goes all the way back down. And it's going to be caught there by Riley Keller. She's going to push it up in the neutral zone. And this is Macy Canigator. Macy Canigator in that far side looking for a centering pass. A lot of traffic in front. She gets the own rebound back out to the defensive line. Held in for the Sioux Center Storm. It was held in by Maggie Wright. Players go down in back of the net, and we're going to have a penalty coming here on the Sioux Center Storm as Vikander comes out of traffic to get off the ice for an extra attacker. Sometimes those goalies, they like to get off the ice as Vikander was fighting traffic. So at 8:09, we're going to get our second penalty of the game on the Sioux Center Storm.
It's going to be on, I believe, Rhea Brenner. Yeah, it is Brenner that got called for the trip.
And it's a tripping call as referees are going to go over to the Aberdeen bench.
Well, Vikander's got something loose on her right pad.
That's when she was skating up through the traffic, trying to navigate her way to the bench as soon as the penalty was called. The penalty was called right behind her, and she saw the penalty call. As we're going to have a Pelican Power Sports power play for the Aberdeen Cougars. They've already scored a power play goal. It was Dixon, as this face-off is won by the Aberdeen Cougars. A shot goes just a little bit wide, a clearing attempt out to the neutral zone for the Aberdeen Cougars. This is Sadvig, going to work it up to that blue line, throw it in deep. Clearing attempt out to the neutral zone. That is held in by Addison Keller. Addison Keller walking the blue line. This is down to Dixon. A shot off the pad. Out to the near side. Back out to Kranzler. She's going to take a wrister flat on the ice. She's going to get it right back. She's going to try it again. She's going to take another shot. That one got a little air underneath it. Just missed everything. Back out to the defense. And holding it in is Siefken on this Pelican Power Sports power play at 7:24. It's a third period. It's a 3-0 game, Aberdeen, as they're going to try to increase it as it goes off the post and covered up by Shoemaker.
Well, by the way, we've got a player of the game coming up at the end of this third period, or unless Sioux Center ties it up and we have to play extra time. But after the game is over with, right now it's kind of a hard choice.
Yep.
We got a couple with 2 points. With actually, Kranzler and Dixon both 2 points. But there's a goalie that has made 11 saves and nothing bigger than the save we saw in the first period.
And Vikander's going to stick this one up to a teammate. Remember, it's a power play. We're just under a minute on that Pelican Power Sports power play here for the Aberdeen Cougars. It was a Brenner trip for the Sioux Center Storm, and it's slapped down to the far side by the Aberdeen Cougars. The Aberdeen Cougars not able to set up in the offensive zone on this power play as of yet. As it's turned back around, Gronenweg, she's going to kill up just a little bit of time, going to go back to her own goalie, and now going to try to bang it up the boards, and held in momentarily as it goes back to the defense for the Aberdeen Cougars up into the neutral zone. Gronenweg gets a little check there, and a shot goes down. A good shot is stuck in Chloe Vikander's glove. A good shot from the red line. As players collide, this is Dixon. Dixon's going to bring it up. We only have 5 seconds left on this power play. Maybe they're going to set up, looking for a centering pass. Maybe if she circles the wagon, then a wraparound. She couldn't quite get it all the way wrapped around. We're 5-on-5 hockey. 6:05 left in this second game of the day as that shot goes wide. Sioux Center Storm up into neutral zone. Too far as Aberdeen gets an interception. Sounds like football when you get an interception as Kranzler's going to get it going into her offensive zone, chasing back is Maggie Wright. Maggie Wright's going to get it going with her legs behind her own goalie up that far board. It's intercepted on the far side by Addison Keller. Sioux Center Storm not been able to escape that defensive zone here as of late. And this puck in the offensive zone as Lamont has to retreat for the Aberdeen Cougars, and coming in quickly is Savota. She's going to come in looking for a centering pass. She had Canigator coming. She was covered in front, and that pass is intercepted by the Aberdeen Cougars. It's going to go all the way down, not quite all the way down. Going to be pushed up all the way down this time now to Chloe Vikander. Handed off to Riley Keller as Aberdeen finds the neutral zone. Just a little bit too far as Sadvig now finds it on her forehand. Going to take a rough angle shot there as it caroms back around over on the far side. Siefken's going to hold it and push it along the boards, looking for a centering pass as the Aberdeen Cougars get into the offensive zone. Puck being turned around by the Sioux Center Storm, and it goes all the way down, and that is going to be an icing call. As maybe looking for a long stretch pass up to King, and King wasn't ready for it.
You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station. We are going to see a goalie change. Victoria Pendergrass will get into the game with 4:25 left to go. So she is in now for the...
She's going to have some birthday minutes.
That's right.
And her final game, if the Sioux Center Storm do not score 3 goals here in this last period. There's a shot, and Pendergrass gets a little birthday present early.
Well, they say in baseball the ball will find you when you get in. The puck found Pendergrass pretty quick as she had to
Just
make
seconds.
that save. Yeah.
Just seconds from walking into the blue paint. And we have an offensive face-off here at Siefken. Aberdeen wins the face-off, pushes it back down to that far side. As it comes out, can't hold the blue line. This is going to be King. Amanda King is going to come in one-on-one. She's going to take a shot right into the chest of Chloe Vikander. So the Sioux Center Storm continue on. That was a decent shot by the Sioux Center Storm. They're going to have a chance at an offensive face-off now to the left-hand side of Vikander, and Vikander has been good in this game. As she had a highlight reel in the first period that we watched a few times as a Sioux Center Storm pushed that one into the middle. This is Canigator, can't get her stick on it, and Dixon comes back the other way for the Aberdeen. She's surrounded. She stays with the puck all the way down below the dot. Now she gets picked off of her stick. She has a lot of traffic she maneuvered through. This puck goes down to the red line, and maybe a chance there for Kranzler. She couldn't get it on her stick long enough to do anything with it, and we're back the other way as Sioux Center Storm throws it down. That's Savota. He throws it in from the red line and blows a tire. This is Bile. Bile looking for a shot. She got a quick wrister off the pads of Vikander. She gets her rebound, looking for a centering pass. Tapped out by Dixon. Chasing back is the Sioux Center Storm. As they look up through the neutral zone, there's nobody there. This is Aberdeen throwing it down in, back out to the neutral zone. And this goes all the way back to Riley Keller. Looking up to Hagley. Push it over to Sandvig. Sandvig on a backhand to herself. She can't quite catch up with it before it hits the red line in the offensive zone for the Aberdeen Cougars. Aberdeen Cougars, this is Hagley kicking it out front, trying to get something out in front of the net. Sadvig is there, and she all tied up. As this shot, couldn't get much on that one, was Riley Keller as she took a shot and got shorthanded on that one up to Siefken. Siefken's going to step around on the red line, get it up to Sadvig. She taps it into that far corner. We're at 2 minutes in this game. It's the third period of our second game. One of these teams will end their season. Sioux Center Storm going to go in 2-on-2 on the far side. Circling back around, looking for a centering pass. Good defense being played there by Keller. Puck in front, Siefken going to clear the zone as King throws it up to a teammate. And Aberdeen Cougars going to slap it along the boards, held in by the Sioux Center Storm. Siefken stepping around, looking up here to Kranzler. Kranzler's going to go in one-on-one. She's going to try to step around. That's the way she scored that first goal. She was kind of all alone as Dixon picks it up at the blue line, holding it in deep for the Aberdeen Cougars. She's going to get rubbed off the puck in the near corner. Sioux Center Storm waving up through traffic, trying to get out of that defensive zone. This is Kranzler. She's going to spread out, looking for a backhand. Centering pass. Referee was almost got the most of that one in the near corner as the Sioux Center Storm comes back up the other way. This is Savoda. Savoda gets it taken off of her stick as she reaches the dot. We're under a minute. Sioux Center Storm needs 3 in a minute. Less than a minute. And back out is Dixon. She's the captain on that team. Over to Kranzler. Can't handle a backhand pass. Keller, sorry. As this one comes back out into the near wall. And Brooklyn Bile getting this one out to Macy Canigator. As there's a shot and a scuffle, a little bit of a scuffle, and Vikander is out, and we're going to have a penalty right at the end of this one. It's going to be a cross check. Happened right in front of the Aberdeen bench. So the Sioux Center Storm is going to get their second penalty. And the waning moments. Third penalty.
The third power play now for the Aberdeen Cougars.
All right, third power play. They scored on the last one. As Dixon scored on the last one, we're going to be on a Pelican Power Sports power play here for the last 23 seconds of this one. As it comes out to Keller, over to Kranzler on the blue line. Kranzler's going to take one more shot at it, a slow puck that almost didn't make it. Over to Pettigras, and it's held in. We're at 7 seconds. As Aberdeen, this is Siefken going to try to get it up to Hagley. She can't get anything on it. As Kranzler doesn't have time to pinch down on that one. So it's a Sioux Center Storm is going to end their season with the Cougars, Aberdeen Cougars, winning 3-0. It was Aberdeen Cougars, scored one at 15:47. It was Kranzler from Keller and Dixon. And then into that third period at 12:20, it was Rachel Siefken. And another power play goal happened at 11:58 for the Aberdeen Cougars. That was Dixon. And that's the way it's going to end, 3-0. And the Aberdeen Cougars are going to go to the Consolation game tomorrow at 1 o'clock against the Rushmore Thunder.
We have the player of the game coming up next as you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
It starts with a little push, a hand to hold, and the courage to step onto the ice for the very first time. But somewhere along the way, you stop needing a hand to hold. You find your edge, you find your grit, and you realize you are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
Capital City Toyota is proud to sponsor the state varsity hockey tournaments with a special shout out to all the seniors. You've worked hard, now it's your time to shine. Just like a championship team, we bring the funnest car buying experience in South Dakota. Find your perfect new or pre-owned ride today. Good luck to all the teams and seniors from Capital City Toyota.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
As we welcome you back, we are joined with our player of the game. It is Chloe Vikander, who made all 13 saves at net. And Chloe, how big was this win for you guys today?
This is a pretty big win for us, just not having like the best start to our season. And I think that the girls just really wanted back from our game yesterday, and we just really left it all out there and played hard today.
I'm going to tell you, look at the video board right now. Do you remember, I want you to talk about this save here that you made that was an incredible save. How did you make that save?
I guess I just kind of saw her there and just knew I had to get there like the best way possible, and I just kind of flopped and just caught it in my glove, to be honest.
Chloe, did you actually see it, or is it more of a reaction thing?
Well, I saw the pass go across, and I wasn't completely sure if she was there or not, and I'm like, well, I better get over there in case she shoots.
Well, you had a triple overtime game yesterday, then you guys come back and win 3-0. That's a lot of time. I mean, I know that you had to be tired. I know your teammates had to be tired. How were you guys able to find the energy? And then after being tied 0-0 after the first period, how did you guys find the energy to get this win today?
I really think we just kept each other positive in the locker room and just tried to get as hyped up as we could. And we just knew we had to play a really good game if we wanted to play tomorrow. And I think that just motivated all of us, really, and just knew we had to play hard.
Well, Chloe Vikander, we're going to call you for the remainder of this tournament. We're going to call you the human highlight reel.
How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
Well, Chloe Vikander, you've had a great season and have played a lot of games for your Aberdeen Cougars. And say a couple words about your teammates real quick here.
I mean, this team is just honestly kind of incredible, just with how young we are, and to really battle back in the last part of our season to be the 5 spot is really just kind of incredible, and I wouldn't trade these girls for the world. So yeah, it's just a really incredible team. We're all super close. So.
Well, congratulations on the win, and looking forward to seeing you guys play again tomorrow afternoon in that Consolation Championship.
Thank you.
That is Chloe Vikander, who gets our player of the game with all 13 saves, and then we got to show the replay one more time. Jim, that was a fantastic job by Chloe Vikander today to get that 3-0 win, help her team get the shutout, and that 3-0 win for the Aberdeen Cougars to move on.
And we've seen Chloe Vikander for a long time, John, you and I, and she continues to do a great job for the Cougars. She's got one more left as they are going to play Rushmore tomorrow at 1 o'clock in that Consolation Championship. So Chloe Vikander, always happy to have her around. When I went down there to hand her a puck, she knew right away who I was. We've done this before.
That's right. She's been the player of the game a couple times every single state tournament that she's been a part of. It is a 3-0 win, so our first game tomorrow is set. The Aberdeen Cougars and the Rushmore Thunder, who both scored 3 goals today. Rushmore won 3-1, Aberdeen won 3-0, and they will meet in the state the Consolation Championship tomorrow. Again, don't have the teams moved over, but Rushmore and Sioux Center Rushmore and Aberdeen are meeting in the Consolation Championship tomorrow. Coming up at 4:45, we're going to have a half-hour break before we get back on the air. The White Capitals and the Brookings Rangers, number 2 versus number 3, and then it'll be Sioux Falls and Watertown at 7:30 for that start time in the other state semifinal. So we are down to the final 2 games of day number 2, and it'll be the state semifinals coming up at a 5 o'clock puck drop for Owyhee and Brookings. Will be on the air at 4:45, both on Capital City Rock and on K-Country in Brookings. So looking forward for the state semifinals to be coming up here shortly.
It's kind of fun to get to work on that right side of the bracket. The left one is done, and we're going to go back to the right-hand side of that bracket. The Capitals and Brookings, Lakers and Sioux Falls, and what a great afternoon it's going to be from the Mitchell Activity Center. It's been a lot of fun here. And so far, we're over halfway of this girls' state tournament. And don't forget, next weekend is the boys' state tournament in Sioux Falls. John and I are going to do all 11 one more time. But we've got a long ways to go in this one. We've got a lot of really good hockey to be played here in Mitchell.
Well, we've got another game coming up, 4:45 with coverage. Join us here in a half an hour back on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. I want to say thanks to Wanda Meyer back at the station. Jess McIntosh ran the camera for the first 2 games as well. We've got another 2 games left to go here today. 4:45, join us again here at the Mitchell Activity Center. 3-0 win for Aberdeen over Sioux Center to advance to the Consolation Championship. Back at 4:45 here at the Mitchell Activities Center.
Listening to the State Varsity Hockey Tournament on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, presented by the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. The State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, the Aberdeen Chamber, Wagner Auto, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Weatherall, The Field House, Bauman Lumber, DJ's Cenex, Stulkin Peterson LLP, Capital City Ford, Lincoln and Toyota, River Bottom Sanitation, First United Methodist Church, Hermanson Endodontics, Envirotech, Lake Area Technical College, Leisure Palace, May Adam, Pelican Power Sports, and First Dakota National Bank. Join us all weekend for more state tournament hockey action on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting, Central South Dakota's sports leader.